Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. Let's take a look at the forecast for the moon transiting Scorpio, Tuesday, November 18th. Increases dark desires or reveals the lies you tell to yourself or others to hide your true intentions and feelings, as the moon joins Venus in Scorpio, and together they form a square aspect with Pluto in Aquarius and a sesqui-square aspect with Saturn conjunct Neptune, both retrograde in Pisces. Strange, dark, erratic, or unexpected thoughts or communication are more likely to occur now, while Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, conjunct the Sun in Scorpio, opposes Uranus retrograde in Taurus, activating boundary testing behavior and truth questioning uncertainty. The Sun and Mercury in Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, Uranus in Taurus, Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, and Pluto in Aquarius all exchange supportive energy with each other through a grand trine, a mystic rectangle, two kites, and a castle, which can help you create or magnetize almost anything you desire. But first you must face and integrate your shadow, because rejecting certain aspects of you diminishes your power and negatively affects your self-worth. A Thor's hammer consisting of Mars in Sagittarius, Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, and Chiron retrograde in Aries, while Chiron takes part in a T-square with Jupiter and Pluto, indicates that you may have more confidence in your ability to improve yourself or find healthy support from others at this time than you may have in the past. Accept all of you, and you will allow more abundance and love to flow to you and through you. So, busy chart, just as we've had for the last few weeks. We're going to be seeing this mystic rectangle feeding into that castle, or it also looks like an envelope, going on for a while, as long as we have something in Scorpio to set up the grand trine with Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. We'll have this grand trine in water for part of the Scorpio season, and that in turn is creating some of the structure with, here's one kite with Jupiter opposing Pluto, and there's the top of the kite. Over here we have our second kite, same body in the grand trine, but the cap of the kite is here with Neptune and Saturn, Uranus and Jupiter. Over here, this kite involves, Moon, Venus, Sun, Mercury, and Pluto and Saturn and Neptune. We've also got that Thor's hammer, black dotted lines you see forming a triangle that at its base has Jupiter retrograde in Cancer squaring Chiron in Aries. This may also be a bit about, forgiving yourself and literally moving on. If there are things you, let's say, feel awful about something you've done in the past, what good is carrying that forward into the future for you? You can take the lesson from it, but don't stay stuck in your unhappy pattern or your misery when you don't have to. It isn't helping to fix the situation from the past at all. So definitely look at any ways that you might limit yourself or even punish yourself, and ask yourself how necessary that really is, and what would happen if you just turned everything upside down and had the same amount of support from the planetary transits as a woman, let's say, compared to a man. You might find that there is a difference, and that might also be something that you want to perhaps complain about. There's definitely the potential for complaining energy right now, but just expect that your own emotions may be unpredictable and other people's as well, because we do have Mercury opposing Uranus and that can make things unsettled just as it is. But add in the fact that Mercury is retrograde and about to change over and return to Scorpio, that is also indicative of a lot of intensity. Let's see. Okay. So we want to take a look at Mercury. It's 0 Sag. It will be another day or two, but it's getting back in there into Scorpio. And right now, it is conjunct that Sun in Scorpio, which in turn is very close to Venus, and Venus is conjunct the Moon. That intense, deeply passionate, protective energy of Scorpio will be coming out in whatever area of life you find those planets in your natal chart. So check to see where you have that particular glyph, Scorpio symbol, and take a look at the outer edge of your chart wheel. Where do you find Scorpio energy? Then look at the house number on the inside, and you can do a quick Google search on what the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio in whatever house it is in your natal chart means. And I'm sure ChatGPT will give you a pretty good answer. Well, we're definitely coming out of that happy-go-lucky energy of Sagittarius now that Mercury is aiming toward Scorpio again. So things might get a little bit darker before they get lighter. And it seems to me that it is a meant to be type of a situation. That's some of the work, to be clearing out some of your clutter, to get over any feelings of, failure, shame, inadequacy. Take a look at what you think about the most. And is it something that you need to either act upon or eliminate, or are you using your time constructively? Would be another good question at this particular moon transit. All right, that's it for today. Stay safe, and I'll be back again tomorrow.